Most common device, the TopBox Mini. Today I have the stainless steel one. I'm going to show you how to disassemble it, break it down, do everything, and give you a little bit of a how-to on how the device works and any errors or problems that you may come across. So first things first, when you look at an 18650 battery, your nipple is positive. It usually has a barrier on the top. Your flat is negative. When we go and open up the box comes apart, tells you everything that's listed inside of here. So when you look at the inside of the box mod, you have positive on the bottom and you have negative on top. So your battery's going to come in, it's going to push up into it just like so. When you take it out, I always encourage to push up and then pull out. Don't just grab it and pull it straight out, because what's going to happen is you're going to wear apart the top edge and eventually this is going to become frayed or torn or ripped. So try to take the best care of your battery as you can. So push it in and it'll turn the device on. So if you look closely, it'll tell you whatever your wattage is, your volts, your ohms, and your battery life. To change out of watt mode and go to temperature, or to change your watts just up and down, pretty self-explanatory. But to go into a different mode, let me drop this down to 15. Okay, to go into a different mode, you click this button 3 times fast. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to go into nickel mode. It says Celsius, 250 degrees Celsius, 75 watts. So me, if I'm going into nickel mode, I like to run it in Fahrenheit because it's just what I've been taught. So I'll change it over to Fahrenheit and start there. You can change it to titanium, 1, 2, 3, and it'll change to titanium. 1, 2, 3, stainless steel, 1, 2, 3, NC, and 1, 2, 3, back to watts. So the device, you can charge it through the front. However, I encourage a external charger because it'll charge your batteries a lot faster. And eventually this will wear out. You won't, it's just like your cell phone. It'll wear out and you won't be able to charge off this anymore. So it's better to use this as like a get-by charge or like a emergency charge. Like you're out and about and you can just charge it real quick. Use it that way, not as a permanent solution to charge your batteries. The tank is a Kangertech. It's a top fill tank. To fill it, you're going to take the top off. It unscrews, you fill it on the sides. Make sure avoid getting it in the center because it'll come out the bottom. To take it apart, grab the glass firmly and just twist the base. Once the base is loose, then you can just untwist it. When you're looking at the coil head is right here. Grab it and just twist it off. Very carefully not to get the O-ring stuck most of the time. The only time the O-ring will get stuck is if it's factory. The factory tends to stick a little more, but you want to make sure this piece and this piece don't get separated. So on the coil, it'll tell you what it is. There it goes, 0.5, 15 to 60 watts. And then on the opposite side, it'll tell you what level to run, or what to run it in, NC. You could run this in NC or you could run it in wattage. Notice the band, the color of the band is red, so that's always going to be an NC coil. You have your manual, you have your authenticity, you have all that fun stuff. The sticker is to put on your batteries, so then when you run it through the back, you don't see the green, you can see the stainless. So inside the box, you have the RBA, another warning. The RBA, your tools, has coils, it has a screwdriver, spare screws, and then cotton. It comes with the charger cord, and it comes with more coils. So initially, the TopBox Mini will come with a nickel coil instead of a red coil, or an NC coil. These are the stock ones that we sell the most commonly, but it'll come with the baby blue. Baby blue will say nickel on it. The black coil says 0.5, 18 to 70 watts. When you flip it to the back side, it says Clapton. So this is a coil that you'd run in variable wattage. It's got a all black ring to identify it as a Clapton. And when you have this coil, and it says 0.5, 15 to 60 watts. It's a pink ring, and on the back side it is SS for stainless steel. So you always want to make sure whatever the coil reads, that's the setting you want to put it on your box. So if I'm going to run this one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna run it on stainless steel. So the difference between variable wattage and the stainless steel is more for temperature control, and that means your coil will only heat up as hot as you set it on the box. So if I am wanting to run this in temperature control at 250 degrees, that's as hot as the coil will get. It'll cut off and regulate it at 250 degrees. If I run up to 350, it'll regulate it to 350. If I'm running variable wattage, it's like a microwave. The longer I press the fire button, the hotter that coil is going to get. There's no cutoff. Whereas the temperature control is like an oven. You just set it and let it cook. It won't get any hotter than what you set it to. Last coil is the RBA coil. This one will tell you it's the RBA, the mini RBA Plus. This piece unscrews and that comes out and it exposes the coil. There's a screw on the side right here. You're gonna unscrew that. Once that's off, you can pull this up and it exposes the standard coil that they built. All you have to do is wick this one and you can use it. I'll show you how we wick it here shortly. So if you want to get into the Kangertech tank and how to fill it and everything else and how to prime it, some people will take the coil and they'll drip juice right inside the center and drip it on the sides and do all that. You know, we don't do that. What we'll do, we'll put the coil back together. Everything's fine threaded, so you never have to force it. You should just be able to slide it into place, go until it's snug. You don't have to like wrench on it or anything like that. It's just go until it's a stopping point. You'll feel it hit kind of a wall. So grab the tank, put the tank back on. This again is fine threaded. At first it may sound like it's making a scratching sound. It's stainless on stainless. It's gonna scratch, it's gonna wear and tear itself a little bit, but it's not bad. It's something that just makes a sound. Make sure everything's flush. Once it is, you can put it back on top of the tank and proceed to fill it. So to fill it, you're gonna put juice on the insides. I'm not gonna physically do it, but once you put juice in here, you know, you can fill it up to the top. Once it's up to the top, screw the piece back on. And now what you wanna do, if you look at the tank, it's got different airflow settings. So this ring right here moves around. There's 3 different settings. So the smallest setting, which is this one, we consider this, it's like a milkshake. You're trying to drink a milkshake through a straw. There's a lot more resistance. It's going to be harder to hit. It's more for people that want more of like, I guess, a harder pull, not a lot of air. As you go up to the next setting, which is going to be this one, it's a little bit bigger. It's like drinking a milkshake, or I mean, it's like drinking a smoothie. There's a little bit less resistance. You can definitely get a little bit more airflow, and it's a little bit easier to hit. And then the next setting is like drinking water through a straw. There's virtually no resistance. It's a wide open chamber, and you have it on both sides. Once you have juice in here, instead of putting juice inside the coil and dripping it all around and waiting for that process, or waiting for the tank to just saturate juice into the cotton itself, you can take it, set it on the lowest setting, and then pull from it, take hits from it, but don't press the fire button. Do not press the fire button. You want to inhale on it about 3 or 4 times, long, heavy pulls. At first, it's going to be like you're vaping air, you don't taste anything, and after a while, after about the 3rd or 4th time, you're going to get a light flavor of the juice that's inside the tank. Once you have that, you can hit the fire button, make sure you're at 15 watts, and take a light 3 or 4 second hit at 15 watts. It's not going to produce much vapor, but you're not looking to throw a cloud. What you're looking for is you're looking for the tank to saturate that cotton. So as long as you don't have a burnt flavor, then what you want to do is proceed to go up to 25 watts after you hit it and prime it. Go up to 25, take your airflow, go up 1 setting to the middle setting, the smoothie setting, and take a hit at the smoothie setting at 25 watts. If it tastes burnt, back it back down to the milkshake setting, prime it a little bit more without hitting the fire button, and then turn it back up to the smoothie setting and take a hit. If it doesn't taste burnt, then you want to jump up to 35 watts and move this to maximum airflow. Once it's at maximum airflow, go ahead and take a hit. It's going to produce a lot more vapor. It's going to give you a much bigger hit. and as long as it doesn't taste burnt, then you're good to go to pretty much range wherever you want. If you want to go up in watts, then you want to maybe jump up to 45 or 50. If you want to go down, that's up to you. From there, it's your personal preference of where you like your airflow to be and where you like your wattage to be. You just kind of find out where you like it. So that's the tutorial on the Kangertech TopBox Mini. We sell it here at H-Town Vape with the battery, so you have everything you need to get to vaping. If you have any questions, you're always more than welcome to hit up our shop. The phone number is 281-397-8273, or you can find us on Instagram at H-Town Vape. You can find us on Twitter, Google, Snapchat, Tumblr, Facebook. Everything is H-Town Vape, one word. You can find us there, or just contact us and stop by the shop, and we'll be able to help you as best we can. Thanks, and have a good day, guys.